Okay guys, welcome back after our break. I hope you are ready. As I've indicated before, please have your calculator ready, read with me, interpret with me, and most important, do the sums with me. All right, so at this moment in time, we'll be looking at conversions and calculations involving units of time, and then we'll also look at elapsed time. All right, so let's quickly get some background. I'm saying here, time is the ongoing sequence of events that's taking place. And then also early on we indicated that the units of time is seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months. Right, so now we're going to put all of this into practice. Okay, so let's quickly see what we have here. We're going to start off by looking at general methods you can use to assist you when calculating time. Okay, so the first thing that I want to focus on is when we convert from a big unit to a smaller unit, we will multiply by the conversion factor. All right, so what do I mean by that? For example, if I convert from days to hours to minutes or seconds, can you see it's from bigger to smaller? In that case, I will multiply. Then, when I convert from a smaller unit into a bigger unit, I will divide by the conversion factor. So what do I mean by that? For example, seconds to minutes, I will divide, or minutes to hours, I will divide. Can you see? So from small to big unit, I will divide. So all in all, big to small, you're going to multiply, and then small to big, you're going to divide. So let's quickly look at the conversion table. And if you look there at the right-hand side of the screen, it says, please make sure that you know your conversion factors. So looking at this, from days to hours, I will multiply by 24. Simply because I have 24 hours in a day. Then from hours to minutes, can you see big to small, I'll multiply, so therefore I'll multiply by 60. Then from minutes into seconds, I'll multiply by 60 as well. Also true, when I convert now from smaller to bigger, this time I'm indicating the conversion factors. So from seconds to minutes, I will divide by 60. And then from minutes to hours, I will divide by 60. And then lastly, from hours to days, I will divide by 24. So keep in mind, hours, minutes, seconds, days, all of that have their own conversion factor. Okay, now let's quickly look at what examples we're going to run through. And I indicated there, big to small, multiply, small to big, divide. So please keep that in mind all the time. Okay, so the first example here, how many seconds are there in 4 hours? I want you to pay attention. I'm saying seconds, hours, right? So I have 4 hours. Now, first of all, in between hours, I will go from hours first to minutes. Do we agree? Right, so if you look at this now, it's big to small, or small to big, right? So I'm saying 4 hours, multiply by 60. This will then give me, and let's quickly type that in, if I have 4 hours, or you can do it straight away. I just want you to understand the process. Then I multiply this again by 60. And why will I do that? Remember, it's from hours to minutes. At this point in time, I only calculated minutes. But my question wants my answer to be in seconds. Therefore, I go from minutes to seconds. And therefore, I multiply by 60 again. So if I do this calculation, 4 multiplied by 60, multiplied by 60, that gives me an answer of. So this then will be 14,400. And remember, it is seconds. I hope that is clear. You can also say 4 multiplied by 3,600 for that matter, because it's 60 times 60 will give you that 3,600. But it's always important to understand why we're doing certain things. So from hours to minutes, and thereafter from minutes into seconds. Okay, so let's look at another example here. Second example, I'm saying convert 12,000 minutes to hours. Right? So now I'm doing small to big. And if you look here, I'm saying small to big, we will divide. All right? So therefore, I will take my 12,000. I'm going to do this here. Minutes. And I'll divide that by 60. All right? So if I type that in, 12,000 divided by 60, I get an answer of 200. So 200, and that's hours. Okay. So I hope that is clear. I converted from minutes to hours. So again, that's from small to big, and therefore I divided. What is the conversion factor? Conversion factor is 60. Hence, I divided by 60. All right. Now, let's look at another one. In number 3, I'm saying, how much time has elapsed between 6 hours, 23 minutes, 6 seconds, and 4 hours, 50 minutes, and 57 seconds. So I have a little note right here for you. Said when we borrow, 1 minute becomes 60 seconds. If I borrow 1 hour, for example, it becomes 60 minutes. Okay, so let's quickly put this into practice. So 6 hours, 23 minutes, and 6 seconds. Right, I'm going to write it like that. Minus times elapsed, so it's 4 hours, 50 minutes, and then 57 seconds. Right, let's put it like that. Okay, so if I look at this, I have 6 minus 57. So if I look at this, obviously I'll need to borrow. Now, so I'm going to take away from the minutes. So left here will be 22 minutes. When I take it over, it's not 1 minute that I'm taking over, but I'm taking that 1 minute I convert to seconds. Remember, your units must be the same. So therefore, I'll have now 66 seconds. So I type in 66 minus the 57 seconds that I have. So the difference here will be 9 seconds. I hope that's clear. I borrowed 1 minute. That 1 minute I converted into seconds. 60 seconds equals 1 minute, and I added to the seconds. So therefore, it's 66. Now I'm going to work with my minutes. I have 22 minutes minus 50 minutes. Can you see it's not enough? Again, I'll have to go and borrow. I'll borrow from the hours, so that is left 5 hours. Take that 1 hour to your minutes. That becomes now plus 60 minutes. 1 hour, 60 minutes. So I take the 60 plus the 22. That will give me 82, right? 82 minus 50. That gives me an answer of 32, and that's 32 minutes. I hope that makes sense. And then lastly, 5 hours minus 4 hours, that will give you 1 hour. So in total, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 9 seconds elapsed in this case. All right, I hope that's clear. All right, guys, now we'll be looking at conversions between units of time and leftovers. All right, so there in the right-hand corner, I indicated to you that time is not a decimal system. So therefore, 3,9 hours does not mean it's 3 hours and 9 minutes. But I'll say more on this as we move along. Okay, so the first example here, convert 324 minutes to hours and minutes. Now, if I look at this, I'm moving from minutes to hours and minutes. So first of all, I'm going to take my 324 minutes, and I will divide that by 60, because I'm moving now from minutes to hours, right? So if I do that, 324 divided by 60, that will give me an answer of 5. This will be equals to 5,4 hours. All right. But now remember, it says hours and minutes. So therefore, and don't clear your screen, right? So I'm going to leave the 5,4, and I say 5,4 minus the 5 hours. So I'll be left then with 0,4. Do we agree? So it's 5 hours plus 0,4 hours. So I must take that to minutes. I multiply this by 60 as well. So I say 0,4 multiply by 60, and that will give me 24 minutes. So therefore, my final answer, it will be 5 hours and 24 minutes. So I hope that makes sense. Right, let's look at another example here. This time around, now we want to know, we have to convert 162 hours to days and hours. All right, so now we're going to go from hours to days and hours. So what should we do first? I have 162 hours, and I'm going to divide that by 24 hours to go from hours to days, right? 24 hours in one day. So 162 divided by 24. That gives us an answer of 6,75. Right. Now that will be in days. Okay. So therefore, and I'm going to continue here, I'll take the 6 days, deduct that, right? And I'm going to go from the rest of the day. Remember what is left. If I take the 6 away, I'm left with 0,75. And I must convert that to hours as well. How many hours in one day? So I'm asking for the conversion factor. That is 24. So I'm going to say now 0.75 multiplied by 24. And therefore the answer will be 6 days and 18 hours. Let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll be applying some of these ideas. Okay, thank you.